Okay, let's get started. Oh, not anymore. In the middle early aughts, I was in my late early 20s.
I love it.
And recently moved to New York City to work in a makeup store on Spring Street in Soho. The retail space was impressive in and of itself, but what was not visible to shoppers but accessible to employees was a labyrinth of rooms throughout the lower level below. Okay, let me just say this. I shat on you for your subject line, which was, I was today years old. That was one of the best opening paragraphs I've read so far.
Yeah, it was fucking
beautifully
solid.
put together.
Solid.
Really nice stuff going on. My full apologies and my humblest, sincerest. Some rooms were finished to be a break room. There was an office for higher-ups and a storage space for corporate, but there were other unfinished rooms, clearly from yesteryear, that gave me the downright creeps.
Cool.
One room with an ash floor contained a huge iron furnace that looked straight out of Nightmare on Elm Street, which is hilarious because I just watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 last night.
Oh, no, don't do that.
1985, baby. But the room that gave me the chills, literally, we unanimously referred to as the cold room.
Oh, no.
Most of us working in the store did not need to access the cold room as it was out of the way, mostly used for storage, and was a mess of old display units and makeup supplies. I, however, as one of the key holders to the store, would more than occasionally go to the cold room to get something or lock up at night. I never saw anything, but there was always a strange and palpable energy in the room, and you guessed it, the room was always freezing. It could be the hottest, why did I even shower, miserable day of New York summer, and this room would be icy, goosebump, ghostly cold.
Cool.
I had heard stories of how Spring Street was built on or near an actual spring, but never thought to research it until now. As it turns out, if we press rewind, going back to our nation's infancy.
Did she actually send us her term paper?
The apology I owe this person is giganto. As it turns out, if we press rewind, going back to our nation's infancy, before Soho was the land of trendy loft spaces and commercial extravaganza, where I worked was once a marshy place called Lispenard's Meadows.
Ooh.
There's no way. No. Lispenard's Meadows, and the location of the first recorded murder in the United States.
What?
We're gonna fall back. We're gonna go back to our old ways right now.
Okay.
The interwebs tell us that.
Karen has a love-hate relationship with this letter.
No, it's 99.8% love.
Okay.
Here's the thing that I will tell this letter writer: you don't need to do things like interwebs and I was today years old when you're so genius with everything else you're doing in here. Shun the trends of language of today. It will only sink you.
Totes.
And now we're back. The interwebs tell us that approaching Christmas 1799, the lifeless body of Elma Sands was recovered from a well located on Lispenard's Meadows near the current-day intersection of Spring and Green Streets. Levi Weeks, a young carpenter who was reported in wet clothing. Ooh. Me? I'm hurraying that I finally have something to write to you fine folks about, and that the energy of the cold room did not live in my lone imagination. So, that's all I got for now. I'd like to thank you for bringing laughter, storytelling, and the beautiful honesty of your work into my home during this doozy of a year. Remember to trust yourself and that your body knows things that your mind is unconscious of.
Oh, no. You lost Karen. You're just
I'm back entirely. That was a beautiful sentence. Remember, this is what is truer. Remember to trust yourself and that your body knows things your mind is unconscious of. Stay safe and maybe don't accept a job to unknowingly work on a historic murder site. Fondly, Scott. P.S. The well still exists and you can visit it.
Creepy.
Okay, Scott. Please don't stop being my friend. I was mean about the trendy language, but that was a beautifully written hometown.
Scott, great job.
I was very worried about how long it was, and that thing clipped right along.
It did great.
Because you're a great writer.
I love that about New York, where like the city where like when you're in a fancy new restaurant and then you go to use the restrooms, which like because everything's so old, it's like down these tiny stairs and suddenly you're in the 1800s.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how nice the restaurant is, they have like terrible access to bathrooms at every fucking location you're at, and it's creepy and celery. It's like a cellar. It's cellar
filled with celery.
Right.
It smells of celery. Also, like the room he described, the Nightmare on Elm Street room, where it's like the floor is ash and there's a gigantic old furnace. Because, like, yeah, of course they're not going to just like go in and crane lift a huge furnace out of there.
Right.
They just leave everything where it is, and then things are built on top of it.
I bet there's so many like basements and attics to go through, and
Oh, for real.
God.
I mean,
damn it.
the Treasure of New York. Perhaps Scott would write a book called The Treasure of New York.
Truly the treasure of New York.
Truly treasure.
Truly treasure.
New York style.
Okay, my last one is called Black Mold Story. Speaking of rooms that are too cold. Okay. Hi, best friends who don't actually know me.
Hi.
I heard Georgia mention black mold on a Minnesota and wanted to send in my family story. The first house I ever Cock Park, about 3 blocks from Larchmont Village in LA.